Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. In just a few hours, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis will address the nation on the ongoing energy crisis at BPL. Tragedy on the streets of the capital after another man loses his life in a fatal car crash. And stepping up for the community, the C.I. Gibson alumni raising funds for a worthy cause. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis will address the nation tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. The address will focus on energy, the crisis at Bahamas Power and Light, and the government's plan moving forward. The Prime Minister is also expected to address what has been happening so far with alternative forms of energy such as solar, the implementation of solar plants, and energy distribution. The Prime Minister's national address will be carried live right here on the ZNS network. Police are investigating a traffic accident on Fox Hill Road South that resulted in the death of a 54-year-old man after 11 p.m. on Saturday. Superintendent of Police Corin Jennings of the Road Traffic Division gave this update on the scene.
Our information at this time is that a brown Nissan March was traveling south on Fox Hill Road, and also a gray Nissan Note was traveling north when a collision occurred. We are early in our investigations, but however, I can say that speed would have been a factor.
It's alleged that the male driver crossed over or deviated into the western lane of the roadway, resulting in a collision between the two vehicles. Residents have also raised concern about the danger of Seabreeze Lane and the status of the reflective mirror at the intersection of Fox Hill Road.
It is there and it is functional. We urge drivers in this area to pay particular attention to the traffic traveling north, because it is sort of a blind corner. So you take due care and attention when coming out this corner.
Police are investigating the alleged suicide attempt of a 29-year-old Kenyan man on board a cruise ship Saturday. Police say they were notified of the incident shortly after 12:30 p.m. by cruise officials who say the man drank a chemical substance. Reports show that the man had requested a cleaning chemical from the kitchen to clean his work area. The item was given to him in a plastic cup, and shortly after, he was seen vomiting and in need of medical care. The man was taken to hospital, and officers spoke to the attending physician who reported he had arrived at the facility in a sedated condition and could not communicate. He is expected to be airlifted to the United States for further medical treatment. Investigations are ongoing. When it comes to the troubling suicide rate here in country, one gender more often than not is more widely represented. A local psychiatrist is providing some insight. Here's Cleopatra Murphy.
Males are statistically more likely to successfully complete a suicide, and it's supported by local data. According to figures from police, of the 16 suicides committed in 2025, 12 were males compared to 4 females. In 2024, men represented 6 of the 10 suicides committed compared to 4 women. Local psychiatrist Dr. Tamika Johnson-Dames reasons that males often choose more lethal methods like guns or hanging, while a woman is more likely to ingest pills or toxic chemicals where there is time for intervention. She adds that females are often also more open to talking.
There are lots of ways that men process their emotions differently. And so sometimes when they get to a point where they are thinking about suicide, they may not say it, they may not voice it. But when they do try, when they do make an attempt, sometimes it's more final.
If an attempt is not successful, Johnson-Dames says they are still a cry for help, noting that the Community Counseling and Assessment Center receives calls from people contemplating suicide daily. The psychiatrist says there are many reasons someone may consider taking their life, and those factors can differ by age, with some elderly people reflecting on their accomplishments.
For some persons, it is, I am here now, and what plans do I have in place to take me throughout the rest of my life? For some persons, it's loneliness. When you are at an extreme of age, you would have lost quite a lot of persons. For some persons, they may have lost their spouses, they may have lost their kids even. You lost persons that were in your immediate friend group, so a lot of that support is now gone, and sometimes that loneliness is overwhelming.
Mental health issues and mood disorders can also lead to suicidal thoughts generally, while Johnson-Dames shares what can trigger younger persons.
There's peer pressure, there's substance use, there are mental health concerns ranging from depression, anxiety, There's shame, embarrassment over social media, the pressure to perform, failed expectations from family members and friends. So all of these things can definitely lead to a significant challenge with persons and their mental health.
She says help is always out there, so identify your triggers, be they financial or emotional stress, and determine who can be your support system when you need them. Johnson Dames also advises seek professional help before making a decision that cannot be reversed. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. Well, Grand Bahama is steadily turning the corner from years of economic setbacks with renewed commercial activity, major investments, and expanding employment opportunities, signaling what officials describe as a more promising chapter for the island. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says Grand Bahama is moving into a positive state as the island continues to recover from the fiscal whirlwinds of Hurricane Dorian and the COVID-19 pandemic. And while Minister Mitchell pointed to swelling momentum within the commerce and shipment sectors, the minister also stressed that the development cannot move at a full speed without the skilled workforce to support it.
One thing it appears is that we as a government have to do is do more inputs on grabbing young men and women at an earlier age, perhaps at the 10th grade level, and steer them into these trades. There is a discussion going on next door in America because they have a similar shortage of these tradesmen. And notwithstanding the present anti-immigration fervor in the United States, the shortages in these areas will create demands for Bahamians to fill jobs in the U.S. once they're trained, just like the raid which is taking place on nurses that continues all across the CARICOM countries. Bottom line is there are opportunities for individual growth and development. We had a discussion, and absent the discussions with the Grand Bahama Port Authority, who sold the airport, and the roads are falling apart. There's uncollected debris from Dorian. You could have thrown a rock in Port Lucaya, no customers. Nevertheless, there's a positivity spirit in the city, and I like it.
And still to come, back to school season continues. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight weekend.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desks. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back-to-school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back-to-school special. Restrictions apply.
With the new Duo Pizza from Little Caesars, nobody has to chew. One half loaded with Parmesan, pepperoni, and Italian sausage. The other half topped with veggie seasoning, ham, and green peppers.
Now that's a winning hand.
The Duo Pizza. Double the flavor for only $13 VAT inclusive. Only at Little Caesars Bahamas.
Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaks Field, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Did you know that 1/3 of all traffic fatalities occur as a result of excessive speed? Excessive speed impedes a driver's point of perception, which affects braking distance. In the inner city, residential areas, and high pedestrian traffic areas, the speed limit ranges from 15 to 25 miles per hour. On the outskirts of the island, especially where a sign is not posted, the law dictates that the speed limit shall be 30 miles per hour. The maximum speed limit for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is 45 miles per hour. Here are some safety tips for you. Avoid aggressive and distracted driving. Reduce excessive speed and drive at the appropriate speed to suit the current road conditions. Avoid operating a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs. Be vigilant and always maintain good visibility of the road, and be mindful of other road users, such as pedestrians. Leave out in a timely manner to compensate for potential traffic delays. Even one life lost to traffic fatalities is one life lost too many. On behalf of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, please slow down.
This public service announcement is brought to you by FG Insurance Agents and Brokers, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
coming up on my friends. I could be the first one there. Oh yeah. Everything getting told. Yes, I drop my car on the boat, then jump on Bahamas. I got my money. Oh, I got my.
Join us on the ZNS Network for Cat Island Regatta Time, Thursday, August 20th at 8 p.m.
I ain't missing one spot this year.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Adidas Mall at Marathon. Adidas, you got this.
The C.I. Gibson Alumni Fundraising Initiative is bringing together former students from different graduating classes, turning school pride and alumni connections into direct support from the alma mater. Director of Education Dominique McCartney Russell, who herself is a C.I. Gibson graduate, says this effort builds on the contributions alumni have already been making to the school, while Alumni Association President Elvis John Pierre says the fundraising drive will go towards the purchase of a brand new school bus.
We're bringing together all of our class and schoolmates, not just to reunite, but certainly to continue the efforts that many of the classes have been doing in the past. For example, they are providing uniforms and, books and breakfast for students of C.I. Gibson. And so we want to continue the legacy of this great school, which is named after a wonderful educator, and to bring the classes together to continue that effort.
So if we could make, during this event, we can make close to about $5,000 to $10,000. The proceeds go to the school. That goes on the account for the bus. And then we, I guess we'll try something for the next 6 months again, or next 3 months, to go on from there.
Beyond raising money for the school, alumni leaders say they want to build a structure that can keep their contributions going long after individual fundraisers are over. Alumni Association Vice President Katie Minnis says formalizing the group is the next step.
The first thing is we want to establish the association so that it's not personality driven. So we want to get the association legally established and then have all of the different graduating classes as chapters of the association. And so the funds would be used partially for us to pay some of the expenses in terms of getting ourselves legally registered as an association, as a nonprofit association.
It's back to school season yet again, and corporate entities like Island Luck are stepping up to help families prepare for the new academic year. With the cost of living continuing to put pressure on families, some initiatives like these go a long way.
Because it helps a lot of parents who are struggling, and right now it's a lot of single and families struggling all around. Nobody knows where the next dollar is coming from. I'm relying on government all the time. It's using up all the government funds. So it's a helping hand where we can get it.
With the initiative now into its 11th year, Chief Operating Officer Adriana Fox says there's been continued growth, resulting in more families being reached and a change in venue.
We got information that a lot of kids are off of the family island, so we know we're trying to do it the week before school starts. So it isn't this weekend, so I think school opened the first week in September. So the week prior to that is when all of the family islands will get their bags. Same initiative where they could get a little fun as well. May not be the carnival rides, but a little activities also, including the snack bags and backpacks as well.
More than 100 years of life, and Louise Hopkins is proving that age is just a number. Born August 12, 1926, the new centenarian from the Big Yard has watched generations grow, becoming a mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and now great-great-grandmother. But through it all, the changing scenes of life, what has never faltered is her strength and faith in God.
God is good to me. Yes, he is. He woke me up this morning. And he started me on my way. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. To spare my life. Thank you. To see 100 years. Yes. God is good to me. Yes. It's good.
Member of Parliament for North Andros, the Honorable Leonardo Lightbourne, stopped by to celebrate Louise, presenting with flowers and well wishes on reaching this remarkable milestone.
We're just here in honor to show our appreciation and to say how much we love and care for. Amen. And we always talk about giving persons their flowers while they could see them, smell them, and feel them. Yes. And today is her day. And so we are here, we're honored, And I'm just here to just say thank you for all the years that you shared here on earth. And I'm looking forward to 100 years myself. And I'm looking forward that you spend another 100 across you so.
Stay close. Sports is up next.
The Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's Trending, back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Bahamas. Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? The 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially runs from June 1st through November 30th. 6 months of staying alert and prepared. Storms are named to help meteorologists, emergency officials, and the public communicate clearly and quickly during dangerous weather events. Hurricanes are also measured using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which ranks storms from categories 1 through 5 based on wind speed and potential damage. And did you know, when a hurricane becomes especially deadly or destructive, its name is permanently retired out of respect for the lives and communities affected. Now is the time to prepare your emergency kit with a portable AM/FM radio. Review your family plans and stay connected to trusted weather information. Preparation today can save lives tomorrow. These are the names of the storms for the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Isaias, Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Welcome to your weekend sports edition. I'm Wayne Wilson, and to kick it off over in Trinidad and Tobago, our young swimmers are dominating the pools and showing out at the Goodwill Swimming Championships. As they fight it out for the final day of competition today, Team Bahamas would have ended day 2 last night, still securing first place with 968 points, with Trinidad and Tobago following behind with 850.5 points. The closest anyone's came to us since the start of the competition, with a 118-point advantage coming into day 2. I think it's safe to say the Bahamas will surely secure gold and bring a 4th straight title home. We had something unexpected happening at the University of the Bahamas last night, where the Bahamas Elite Physique Championships took place with lots of athletes on display showing what dedication to the body looks like. Joel Stubbs, president of the Bahamas Elite Physique Alliance, commenced the start of the championship with a welcome ceremony for all in attendance.
As president of the BALPA Association here, I am particularly proud of what this championship represents and for the future of bodybuilding and wellness in the country. Our responsibilities extend beyond organizing competitions and pretty much fitness events. We are committed to developing athletes, creating pathways for meaningful opportunities, strengthening the standard of the sport, and positioning Bahamian athletes to compete confidentially on the international stage. We believe that the Bahamas possesses exceptional talent. Our task is to create the structure, opportunities, and environment necessary for the talent to flourish. Tonight, therefore, it is my simple conclusion of months of preparation that these athletes will demonstrate exactly what they have been waiting for the past couple of months. I want to say thank you once again for gracing our presence this evening. I hope you folks will enjoy it, and we hope we see you again next year. And once again, I declare this championship officially open. Enjoy the evening.
There were 6 divisions in this championship, with the women's fit mall, where our very own Marlena Leonard took home the trophy for this division. Second, we had the men's classic bodybuilding, where Khalid Ross took the trophy home. Third was the men's physique, with Robert Kroll winning it. Next, in the bikini division, Courtney Clark would win it. The women's figure division, Dorcas Cox take it. And for the final women's division, Walissa Armstrong wins the Women's Open Wellness Award, also winning the Best Poser in the women's division. Khalid Ross added to his collection by also winning the men's bodybuilding and Best Poser for men also. Finally, let's head on over to the track and hear from Natanya Hanna.
Upcoming track superstar Tanaz Davis is making waves as she embarks on a new journey in her career. The 11-year-old starts her path through high school at the track and field powerhouse St. Augustine's College.
When I look at SAC, I see a track school. Many people who came from our school did good in track, and many great athletes who do track came from SAC, and I want to be a part of that list.
Going to such a legendary school like SAC sets up a career of success for the youngster. SAC has produced multiple prominent figures in the track community, such as Shawnee Miller, Devin Charlton, Anthea Charlton, and Oscar Smith. Attending a school like this will only enhance her skills further. Davis has expressed how thankful she is to God for assisting her through the journey and hopes to continue to grow her relationship with Him to build her success.
I say God, who has helped me through it all, even from the start when I first started. Remember me, who has helped me take me on trips for track internationally, and my coach.
As she begins her journey through the high school world, she hopes to improve greatly, eventually becoming the best in the world. Reporting from ZNS Total Sports, I'm Natanya Hanna.
And that's all the sports action we got for you today. I'm Wayne Wilson, ZNS Total Sports.
Every one of us has something worth passing on. Knowledge isn't meant to stay with us. It's meant to be shared. You may never have imagined yourself standing in the front of a classroom, but your experience, your patience, your encouragement could become the reason a young Bahamian discovers what's possible. In just a few weeks, these classrooms will come alive again. Join us.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're in so much pain that there aren't any other options. So here are a few warning signs to look out for. A person frequently talking about suicide, self-loathing, or self-hatred. suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, "I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today." If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond quickly by telling them you care and get them the help that is needed. Help is always available at the Crisis Center, the Department of Social Services, BASH, Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
For a check on tonight's weather forecast, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, LaDawn. No echoes on our live weather radar this evening. That means the rain gauges around the islands are empty. But outside of our studios, we have a few clouds, temperature 86 degrees, relative humidity at 67%. The winds out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,022.1 millibars. That is 30.18 inches. And your temperatures around the islands, Marshall, Abaco, they are reporting 87, 86 in Green Key, pretty warm in Freeport at 90 degrees, 87 in the Berry Islands, 86 in Allenstown, Bimini. Over in Harper Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera at 87, 88 in Otterstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space at Andros, and Fresh Creek Central Andros at 86 degrees, 86 also in Georgetown, Exuma, with Room Key and San Salvador reporting 88 degrees. In Rygat Island, 85, Clarence-Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island, 85. 88 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, and in Acklands, Matchetown, Unagua, 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, light and variable winds with flat seas tonight, high tide. Well, that will take place at 11:30. And for the central islands, the winds are going to be easterly at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet, and in the southeastern islands, the winds are 12 to 18 knots out of the east, and those wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft to exercise some caution in the southeast Bahamas tonight. And then tomorrow, Monday, in the northwest and central parts of our country, those light and variable winds will continue extending into the central Bahamas with flat seas. Low tide 5:47 in the morning with a high tide at 12:03 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast Bahamas tomorrow, those winds falling off easterly at 10 to 15 knots, so we'll drop the caution flag as those wave heights will be subsiding 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. Take a look now at our satellite picture. A couple of tropical waves are there. There's one right near Hispaniola and just to the south of the southeast Bahamas, and that is moving towards the west. We'll spread some clouds around the Turks and Caicos Islands and Inagua as it makes its way towards the west. And there's a second wave, a pretty strong one, a couple hundred miles to the east of the Lesser Antilles. That too is moving towards the west, but it has no potential for development, but it certainly will be a rainmaker for portions of the Leeward Islands in the next day or two. Tonight, we're looking at mostly clear, very warm conditions with a low temperature around 80 degrees. Tomorrow, things are going to shape up hazy with lots of sunshine in the forecast, the high temperature of 92 degrees, and your extended weather forecast, those 90s, they're going to be with us throughout the next 7 days, and those night times still very, very muggy. But we'll get some showers working its way in our forecast on Wednesday, and that will be due to another tropical wave, which is heading our way. LaDawn?
Basil, and that will end the Bahamas tonight, the weekend. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.